Bonjour, l'équipe de rêve, and welcome to the heart of the Cognac region. Welcome to a very exciting partnership for the good, the bad and the rugby. We are here at the home of Rémy Martin, and our job is to unlock some of the stories and the secrets that make Rémy the brand it is, a brand with over 300 years of history and excellence. But before we get to the barrels and before we get to the blending, this is where our journey begins, at the roots of the Rémy Martin vineyards.
I just want the liquid.
He's good, isn't he? Can I get a drink yet?
Well, it might surprise you to know that one or two of us have enjoyed a drink or two in the past, one of us perhaps more than others. But I will be honest and say I'm not sure Cognac's ever been at the top of my drinks list before. I am therefore fascinated by what's in store today.
Can I surprise you?
Please do.
Bloody love cognac.
Right. You're actually quite a connoisseur.
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I do actually
Why?
like cognac. Do you know what it is? I like the finer things. I've got an obsession with trying the best coffees, best whiskies, best wines, just to to sort of sample them and see what they're about.
Yeah.
And as I quite enjoy a cigar, I've often paired it with cognacs, and then you sort of go down a rabbit hole of kind of finding out the best ones. And obviously, Rémy Martin are notorious for their cognac, the VSOP, their XO, obviously Louis XIII. So I'm very excited about it.
I originally thought, I'm not much of a.
It's not a lot of cognac in Wakefield.
I've not spent a lot of time in cognac, but it did take me a little bit of reading to realise that it's still made from a grape to start off with, which I didn't actually realise originally. I thought it was more of a whiskey base similar.
Just before we go and meet our host for the day, can we actually just pause?
Yes.
We've done some extraordinary things in our time as the good, the bad and rugby. Can we actually just take a moment to appreciate where we are right now?
That is such an Alex thing to say.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It's true though, it's true.
Oh,
Where
look.
it started. I will say this though, I know because you like moments in life, you like to savor them.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
We'll raise a glass to that. Here's to a very special day in a very special place.
And just let you know, if you two don't ruin it, because I
Right.
need this.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's where the
That's
trouble
not
comes
their
from.
worry right now.
Okay.
Come on, let's go and meet our host for the day.
It's fair to say we're not exactly seasoned cognac connoisseurs, which is why Rémy Martin have invited us to their home ground to learn about cognac from Maxim, the international brand ambassador.
Welcome, you are here in the home ground of Rémy Martin. You are in the Cognac region, in the Fine Champagne region.
And the way you say it, Rémy Martin.
Yeah.
Rémy Martin.
Rémy Martin?
Is it with a...
Rémy?
Rémy Martin.
Rémy Martin.
Yeah. lovely.
Yeah.
Can I ask something? I just looked at the bottle straight away.
Yeah.
Why does it say champagne on it? Because you confused me.
So yes, it's written Cognac Fine Champagne, and I just mentioned the home ground of Rémy Martin. We are here basically in a protected appellation, the Cognac appellation. But inside the Cognac appellation, you have an even more protected appellation, which is called Cognac Fine Champagne. And champagne came from the Latin word campagna, which means countryside with a chalky soil. So what is VSOP? VSOP stands for Very Superior Old Pale. 4 years minimum into the blend. You know, cognac, it's all about blending.
Yes. And I'll be honest, my knowledge on cognac is not great.
Surprised
What
me.
is the difference between like a cognac and a brandy?
To make it very clear, very simple to understand, you know, we just mentioned it, you know the Champagne region.
Yeah.
Will you ever call a champagne a sparkling wine?
Never.
Not that much, okay?
No, probably not.
It's the same idea with cognac and brandy. Brandy is the general word, it's a category in the spirits industry where you produce spirits from the grapes, but then as it's protected in a particular appellation, etc., here it's cognac.
So basically you're just saying you're better.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
in a nutshell. Yeah. Why good, bad rugby? Why are we... I mean, this is an amazing opportunity for us, but what do Rémy Martin want to get out of... Is it about people considering cognac as a drink?
Yeah, and it's about meeting people that share the same value than us. You share the value of teamwork, authenticity, fun, understanding the hard work, what it is to put a lot of commitment into our soil, into our terroir, into our savoir-faire, and you are representing all of that. So it's a real pleasure to be in front of you and to spend this moment with you.
We are very excited to be here. Brilliant.
Let's go.
tour the vineyards. So tell us about these vines.
Oh, first of all, look at that.
Oh, look.
Oh.
When I was speaking about chalk, that's a piece of limestone.
That is a piece of limestone.
So imagine under our feet, 10 centimeter of topsoil,
Yeah.
and then up to 60, sometimes 90 meter deep of full chalk.
Right.
So imagine the vines with their roots going through that stone, finding the nutrients, the water that they need to survive. That will make them suffer a lot.
Okay.
That's exactly what we need, because the more a vine suffer, concentrate their efforts, the more beautiful will be the grapes.
Got you.
Like with the roses. The rose tree, the more it suffers, the more beautiful is the flower.
And obviously at the moment, Max, everyone's talking about environmental issues.
Sure.
Is that something that you have to deal with? Is that something you notice here in the heart of the Cognac region?
Absolutely, because we are working with living things. We work with the terroir, with the soil, with the climate. Obviously, we have to take care of the environment. So what we do, to be very simple, we use common sense, agricultural common sense. So using some techniques, preserving our terroir, knowing better the biodiversity, our soil, what we can do for our vines, this little baby, and actually with the wish to protect this soil, protect this terroir for the next decades, centuries.
Yeah.
Because we have to plan ahead.
Okay.
Otherwise, we might lose a terroir like that, and we might not be able to produce cognac anymore.
Don't want to push you, but we're in quite a while. Is it time for a drink? Because I'd like to. Can I?
When do we get to sample?
Yeah.
Soon.
Soon.
But first of all, well, you can take it for the moment, because I have something for you.
Right.
You will have to walk a bit to get your tasting and more.
I think Haskell has that as being the bigger tool.
Oh,
Right.
Thank you.
I will take back the bottle, sorry for that.
Okay.
Right.
You
We've got to work before we get the joy.
Obviously, that's how it works here in Cognac.
Okay.
So, enjoy, guys.
And as Max leaves us three cluelessly weeding the whole of the Cognac region, cue the ribbing.
I've got a weed out.
Alex, you taking Alex out? Max, something went wrong in the fields.
Max,
Three guys are
you ruined cognac.
The next stop on our tour is the distillery. We're about to taste the stuff before it becomes cognac. Fair warning, it hits harder than Hask on a goalpost.
First thing you've got to ask is about the tone. What is the noise?
This noise is just the air that is braced to let the air circulate.
Brilliant. So this is amazing. Tell us about this.
So guys, we are just coming from the vineyards where the grapes will grow. And then the second step is during the harvesting period, we will collect all the grapes, bring them here. And with this place, with the gravity cellar that we have, the grapes will drop into the pneumatic press. Then we'll press them into a grape juice.
Yeah.
Then grape juice will start the fermentation in the small tanks that you see. And then once the fermentation has started, we will go in the big tanks. All these big tanks will be full of wine before starting the other step, which will be the distillation.
Okay.
So everything is about concentration. So yes, this place is huge, but in fact, you will reduce a lot. From 10 liters of wine, you will obtain 1 liter of eau de vie. So just imagine after a couple of years of aging, up to decades, you will have few drops remaining. Gentlemen, here you are in the Rémy Martin Distillery. It's where we will distill our own production from our own vineyards only. Most of our wine growers that work with us, our partner, will do their own harvest, wine production, and then distillation. And if they don't have pot still, they will work with some professional distillers to do this. You always need to be around amazing people, like what you do in your teams and in your daily life, guys.
Similar
That's
with-
why-
Apparently.
yeah, it's a teamwork.
Yeah.
Great. So pop quiz, tell me, how does it work?
So you put the main press in there, heat goes up, and then evaporates, and then trickles down, and then runs into there.
And what is inside this place?
Is it water?
Yep, cold water.
Cold water.
Cold water.
Yeah, and you have a pipe inside, a 70-meter coil pipe
Yeah.
that will let the vapors going, and vapors in contact with cold, they will transform again into liquid, and then the liquid will come from here, and we will divide it into different type of liquids. So you were pretty right. Here you have the wine, okay? A 1 liter bottle of wine. 9 liters of wine, you will obtain 1 liter of eau de vie.
So that will be what, 14% alcohol, 12.5?
Between 7 to 10. Second step, after the first distillation, you are about 28 to 30%. That's called the brouillis. And then once you have enough brouillis to start a second distillation, you will obtain the crystal clear spirit that we call the eau de vie, water of life. And that is about 73.7% of alcohol.
Okay.
Are you ready for a tasting?
Yeah, God.
Exciting.
Aren't I?
So depending on this will depend if it goes into a VSOP or if it goes into something else? Or
It can, yeah. It will be, it will start the aging process to finish, yeah, in VSOP in a few years up to sometimes more than a decade, or into other blends it will decide where, in which cellar it will place it, etc. First, you see, we never swirl the liquid.
He's a big swirler. I've seen him do it.
Because you love wine.
I do, yeah.
For wine, it's okay. 12, 14% of alcohol, you can express it. Yeah. Here we are at 70, but even with a cognac, we are at 40%. If you swirl it, you will express the alcohol. And this one, we can sip it, but that's the final step when you sip. Always start with a tiny little drop. We are not here to do shots. The more you take small drops, the better you will be into the discovering of the blend.
Okay.
Should you swill it in your mouth or do you just let it settle?
Yeah, you just take it.
I'm getting full apple on that.
Yeah. Like pear, apple.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Especially the
sort of sounds like you're
aftertaste.
copying now.
Especially the aftertaste is.
You still have the crisp. You get a bit of acidity, a lot of vivacity.
But
Sweet. It's quite sweet. The aftertaste on the palate's quite sweet.
Yeah.
But it's softer than the nose would suggest.
Yeah.
And if we take another one, so maybe this eau de vie would be able to go to the next step, which will be the aging, cellars. So we will start a first blending session maybe, then we will send it to the aging cellars.
Okay.
And that's exactly where we are heading.
Rémy Martin, the official cognac of the good, the bad and the rugby. Please enjoy responsibly.